Hello, thank you for joining us again on today's edition of Write and Publish Your Bestseller on Amazon Challenge. Okay, I am so glad we're together. 1 minute, let me try to invite people. Okay, fantastic. I can see people to invite. So today's topic is about utilizing testimonials or reviews to grow your book business. I believe we're all authors or we're aspiring authors, and it's our desire to write a book so that we can make our impact, so that we can grow our business, so that we can make more money. Whatever your reasons are for writing your book, I'm sure it's your desire that those reasons are accomplished quickly. Okay, so that's part of what we're going to be talking about today. We have spoken a lot extensively about the why for writing your book, how to write your book fast, and readers magnets to attract people, how to get reviews, good covers, and so many things of that nature. So let me just go ahead and start quickly. In the meantime, I really want to appreciate all of you that have been following us since the beginning of this 30-day challenge. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You guys rock. I want to thank all those that I've applied the knowledge that I have been sharing, and I've been able to get results. All those that have gotten aha moments and they've gone to make adjustments to their books, and they're satisfied with the results. Okay, so what's it all about? Me talking about using testimonials. Usually, when you write a book, okay, the objective of the book for your end user is for the person to have a particular kind of transformation. The objective for writing your book is that they'll be able to accomplish a particular goal. Am I correct? Because like I taught us, there is the goal for you as the author, and there is the goal for your readers. Okay? So if you have done a good job, in the end, they should be able to apply the knowledge that they have gained and get the results you want them to gain. If they have, or even if they have not applied the knowledge, but they have gotten some light bulb moments, some aha moments and all, it's usually wonderful if they can share it with you. Why? Because that information can be of benefit to somebody else that is looking to get that information. For example, if someone got value or got a certain information from your book, there might be somebody else that is looking for that particular information, but because the person have not read your book, the person might not necessarily know that that information is contained in your book. So if you were to get people that have gotten value from your book and have gotten certain results from your book, and they can share their story can help many other people get their desired transformation. We all know about the power of reviews. When you want to probably buy something, you probably check Google or you ask your friends, okay, have you used this thing before? What do you think about it? And they say, oh, it's great. I belong to several WhatsApp group. I belong to a WhatsApp group in which and sometimes people ask, oh, okay, which provider can I use for social service? Which provider? Have you guys used this provider before? Have you guys used this thing before? And some people will say, oh yes, they're great. Oh no, they are good. Or no, I've not used it before. Try this person and all that. That's the power of reviews or testimonials. Now, when you run an online business or you have a website that displays information about your book, some people might never have heard about you before. It's possible that they got to know about your book through your landing page. Maybe you have a freebie, the lead magnet that you use to attract people, and something irresistible, and for that reason they drop their email address, and on the confirmation page you are providing an upsell. Perhaps you give out a free chapter of your book, and on the confirmation page what you choose to now do is to say, oh, this free chapter is actually from this particular book, and this particular book is costing this amount of money, and this book can be gotten from Amazon, or this book can be gotten from another place. Even if that person did not really know you before, if they were to see maybe like testimonials from other people, they are more likely to buy from you. Or what do you think? Okay. Hello Binta, hello Richie. As many people that join us, you could just say hi, so I get to see us. I get to see those that have joined in and are listening, and you could just tell me where you're listening from. If you're live right now, or maybe later on, you could just say you're listening on replay. Okay, so has that ever happened to you, in which you go to a site and you see testimonials? You know, this person's talking about how to grow your business online, or and maybe you didn't even know the person before, you just saw him, maybe you signed up for the webinar. Have you observed that as they begin to tell you that, okay, I worked with so person, this person applied this knowledge, this person got results within 12 months, you know, they were able to make 6 digits in dollars from their distance, even though you don't know those people, you know, you start believing that guy more. Okay, I think I want to be that person they're talking about. I think I would love my own story to be like that person. I think I would love to have the kind of transformation this person has. Or you see a picture of a fat woman and a very slim woman, you know, and they're saying, okay, 6 months ago or 6 weeks ago, this woman was obese and she was weighing 180 kg. But right now, after following my special diet, this woman now weighs maybe 100 from 180, and maybe she's now looking slimmer and nicer and good looking and all that, wearing something perhaps tight fitting, not really tight fitting, but the person looking smarter. Okay, now even though you have not met the person in real life, because a testimonial was shared on that site, whether the testimonial was fake or real, most likely you're going to believe the person. It sucks you in, it draws you near. You're able to be like, wow, I think I want my story to be like this. Wow, I think I want to be like that person that has this transformation or that's gotten this results that I can say on this person's site, or maybe on the webinar, or maybe in this book. So what am I saying? I'm saying testimonials are powerful, reviews are powerful, and I'm sure definitely if you're adding value, or if you've written a book or you've given out a freebie, there are some people that will find it valuable that perhaps that kind of information they didn't even know about it before. And let me tell you a secret or an observation I've made. You know, sometimes some people will just give out a testimonial and say, I got an aha moment, I enjoyed something. Sometimes I've not even really applied that information, but the fact that that information was beneficial to them and it has added value, and they have seen a new light, or maybe new information. They have gotten new information that they believe if they apply will add value to them. Some people still use that as part of the testimonials, because sometimes you wonder, oh, we just finished a training and someone's already what's the name, giving a review or comment, and those reviews and comments actually help. But sometimes you might not necessarily know whether the person has applied it or not, but it's because the person believed they have gotten value. It's information they were not aware of before. It's information that if not by virtue of association with the person they contacted, they won't have gotten that information. So they might not have applied it, but because they're sharing their testimony and their reviews, other people will see it and other people will be like, wow, okay, great. I think I would love to use this trainer, this instructor to help. Let me give you an illustration, an example. I don't know if I guess most of us know Emeka Nobis is an author and is a thought leader, and he trains people on social media. Now, sometimes when he does trainings for people, maybe like group trainings and all that, according to him, while he's still there, he says because people always forget, or different things come up, even though they want to share their testimonial, maybe by the time they are gone from the training, they might have forgotten. During break period, they would encourage them because, of course, as it's training them, they're getting aha moments, things they didn't know before. They get to know it. Some of them get excited. Wow, okay, I can apply this knowledge. Some of them might not really have applied that knowledge, but they have gained value. They have seen a light that can help them, something that they didn't know about before. So he would even tell them, okay, while you're still here during a break time, you can just post it on your Facebook wall, your timeline, maybe, oh, I'm having a training, or I just got this information, whatever it is. And sometimes it helps them by suggesting a template, maybe because people don't really like thinking too much, but once there's a template, it's easy, or you have something to share, it's easy. But he encourages them to just say what they want to say. Now, while it's still hot and fresh, while they are gaining that value, it's one of the best times for them to actually share that information, because they're excited, they're happy and all, and that's great, that's fantastic for you. So that's an example of utilizing testimonials, and people see it on their wall, and so many people have gotten converted and become new customers by virtue of that information, because they're like, oh, okay, I didn't even really know, yeah, I think it's okay, but if this person is giving great reviews about this guy, I think I should give him a shot. In short, they might not even give that person a shot immediately. It might be months after, but they will remember that testimonial and they will contact that person. Or sometimes some people give out, okay, there is this guy, I'm on his email list, is like a Facebook advertising guru, if I were to put guru in quotes. Basically, he's good at Facebook ads, and there was a time he did an event for free on how to I can't remember what it was all about, but he invited Gbemi, aka Gbemi e-commerce, and invited John Obidi, invited Akin Alabi, and the event was for free. And the whole idea is, I think about a week or two ago, I read his email saying less than a year of coming to Lagos, he has made like 3 million, maybe in revenue or thereabouts. About 4 months that he came to Lagos, about 4 months ago, he left his wife and his child, and he now did that seminar and he's been able to get a lot. What am I saying? From the fact that he did a free training, and of course he brought in some top shots to also train alongside with him, people were able to gain value. And of course that's a way, it's just like a lead magnet. That way people were able to get onto his email list. Afterwards, he now upsold, I think part of it was maybe he sold the training DVD or something like that for a certain amount. Then he said he had like a master class that was a paid training in which people signed up for it. So those that didn't know him before, by virtue of him having a free training, in short, it was even raining that day, but some people still came. It was raining, it was in Lekki, and they got a lot of value. They were able to know the kind of person he was, and because they got value, some of them would have shared about the testimonials and all that. But basically, he has been able to grow his business, and he has been able to say, despite coming to Lagos, within 4 months, he has been able to make about 3 million, whether in revenue or profits thereabouts for his business. So that's the power of giving value and trying to get testimonials. So let me just tell you some quick ways by which you can get testimonials from your customers in order to grow your book business. Remember, your book business does not necessarily mean that you're only selling books. It could mean that by virtue of you writing a book, you have been able to have other supporting businesses around that book that is bringing in additional income. By virtue of writing a book, maybe you have been able to launch your coaching business, or you have been able to launch your consulting business, or you have been able to launch your done for you services, by virtue of launching your book. So as many people that have joined us, Emmanuel, Laide, Olusegun, Adeola, thank you for listening. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so one of the ways by which you could get testimonials is simple. Just ask people that you have done business with. And there's this lady that does it a lot. I think her name is Bashira Ajao. Also, from what I can see, like there was a time she had an online course, and afterwards she now asked them, oh, what do you think about the online course? And they gave their feedback, and she was able to post it online, on Facebook, on Instagram, and say, our customers are excited, they're happy, they're this, and sharing stories about our relationship with their customers and the fact that they're enjoying the service. So that's one way. You can just ask people directly. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys directly. I'm going to ask you for a favor. If you've gotten value so far in all the trainings you have been doing, especially this 30-day, okay, I would like you to do me a favor. Please kindly just post whatever value that you have gotten and a review of it. You can tag me, you can mention me. I should be able to see it. Or you can either do that on your timeline, or you could do that in the in our Facebook group. Okay, I really appreciate that. It's really helpful. So let me just know what value you've gotten so far during this 30-day challenge, how it has helped you, whether in writing your book, or even if you have not written your book, in the knowledge you have gained, in your perspective to self-publishing and having a business, in being an author and all that. Okay, so that's one method which I've just practiced right now, asking people directly, just like I've asked you. So I'll be looking forward to your reviews or your testimonials. I'll really appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much. So that's one way, asking directly. Number 2 way is that you could put it in your email containing their downloads. Like someone like Emeka Nobis also does this, from what I've observed. If you were to buy a book from him, in the even though it's not really like a testimonial, it's almost like a testimonial review. It's more of helping with social proof anyway for your book, promoting the book, in which at the end they will tell you that you should just help post on your timeline saying, oh, I've just gotten my book from Emeka Nobis or something like that. My book so by Emeka Nobis, and I'm ready to dig in and start reading, something like I'm excited. You can get a copy at so link. So that's like a way of even promoting his book. And says you can post it. You can either write your own, but in case you don't mind, you can just use this template. Why? Because when you make it easy for people to post something, people don't really like to think too much. It's a bit tiring or stressful. It's not like they will not write it, but if they have to start thinking of what to write, it might take a longer time for them to post. So I think that's even a cue for me for me now. So just in case you're wondering, okay, what should you post about, what should you talk about, you could just talk about perhaps today's message or any of the messages, whatever it is that you have learned that you liked, and say, oh, I learned so in so Facebook group being taught by Catherine Mayoko Egwali, and I think it's fantastic. I think you can join the group, you can learn or something. So basically, whatever value that you think you've gotten, you could just state that value, and you could state that I'm the trainer, and you could state that you got it by being a part of this Facebook group. So that's like a template. Okay, so yeah, that's something that Emeka Nobis does. He encourages people, once they have bought the book, in the email containing the download link, saying you can just post it that you have gotten your book online and all that. Otherwise, we can just use this template. Okay, just copy and paste, and it's so easy for people to just copy and paste. It enables them not to really think so much and start thinking of what to word and all that. So I've said we could do it directly by asking people, and you could still do it directly by asking people, but maybe by putting it in the email containing their download. Now, another one could be when you're giving out your freebie and you're collecting email leads, you can use that to ask them. For example, maybe you have the Kindle version of your book on Amazon and you're giving out the PDF of it. You can give out you can use the PDF as your lead magnet, and that means you want people to drop their email in exchange for the PDF. Now, most times abroad, sometimes even though people buy the PDF or they have the PDF or the Kindle copy, some people will still want to buy the print copy. So that's why sometimes some people look at it that the PDF copy, them giving out the PDF copy, is not a downside to them, but it actually helps to boost their print copies, or the fact that they are trying to have lots of reviews. Because if there's one thing that can help you become a bestseller on Amazon and retain your ranking, because there is a way to consistently sell lots of books, and that's if you become a bestseller and you're able to maintain it. There's a way it happens anyway, but reviews tends to help. So by giving out a copy of your book for free, maybe like PDF copy, it makes it easy for people to be able to review your book because they've actually gotten a copy of your book. It might be easier for people to just read the PDF copy than start downloading the Kindle copy or buying the Kindle copy and all that. So in your the fact that you give out the freebie, you collect the email, you can email them like 1 week after saying, oh, of course, you can make it automated. I think I did an email marketing course in which I showed us, there is an online video in which I showed us how to automate like the welcome email. I showed us how to create a landing page, a well converting squeeze page to collect people's email, and it shows them the thank you page, and also how to create your email and all that, the welcome email. So you could also, with the automation process, you could let it be that, okay, after so time has passed, 1 week has passed, send them an email, asking them to please leave a review. What did they think about the book? Have they gotten value and all that? They should just please put their honest review about the book on Amazon, and you give them the link to your book on Amazon. Okay. So you can sequence this and say maybe after 1 week you ask, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. There's the way all these autoresponder softwares happen depending on which one you're paying for. It's even such that you can set out certain instructions. Okay, after 1 week, if this person does not click this particular link in this email, send them this particular email, this next email. But if they click that link, then maybe stop, do nothing, so more like a sequence of steps. If they click this, then let this happen. If not, let that happen, or do nothing. Okay, so you can actually automate that, or you just manually do it. So another way by which you can do, which most international best-selling authors do, is they post the review link in their book, even in their Kindle book. How do you get to do this? That means after you have published your book, Amazon, it's not hard. Once you've published your book, you can still re-upload your manuscript. Once you publish your book and you have the link to your book on Amazon, just simply add that link to your book at the end, and you put a plea. You just maybe put urgent plea or pretty please. I've had some people that put pictures of like a dog or a puppy, looking adorable with their eyes, almost like pretty please kind of thing, and saying, I'll just love you to do me a favor. Could you please leave and help a helpful review of this book on Amazon, your feedback, it will really help us to improve this book, or know how best to improve this book, or something like that. Basically, letting people know. And yeah, when you're asking them to leave a review, of course, let them know that you're asking them for a favor. You can also let them know what you expect them to write. Not that you want them to game it and say, oh, let them write something very good about you, not necessarily, but being specific. Okay, maybe the value you got from the book and why you recommend the book. Because if you don't really try to tell them what to write, they might not really know what to write. Okay, leave review. Okay, what exactly do they mean by review? How should I write review? But maybe if you're being a bit more specific by saying whatever value that they got, or what they learned, and why they should recommend the book, then most likely they'll be talking about why they should recommend. Otherwise, they'll just say, okay, this book is okay, but this book is okay is not really anything specific. Okay, if we have questions, please don't forget to ask. Okay, so this book is okay, this book is fine, this book is good. It's not really much of a review. What you're looking for is more like okay, I'm just beginning to see the comments. Can you imagine? After swiping and swiping. Oh, fantastic. Okay, Favor is online. Hi, Favor. Okay, so so just put it in your book. If you've bought book from Amazon, you would have observed it. Some other people actually do that. So I think that will be all for now. I think that will be all. Of course, there's still going to be many other ways by which you can get testimonials, but by applying these ones, that should be okay. And when you get them, you can put some of these reviews in your book. Whether your print book, I'm going to do a workshop on it. Please, let's be on the watch out. I'm going to announce in advance. We'll soon do a workshop on how to publish on Amazon, a video tutorial. As usual, those trainings are supposed to be paid trainings, which are for people that have those that undergo coaching or consulting with me. But I'm going to give out the workshop for free, and it's going to be available for 24 hours, the replay. After that, I'm definitely going to put it in the vault. Anyone that wants access to it can always make payment for it. Okay, so please, let's just utilize that period when the workshop will be out for free. So I'm going to be doing that later on. I'm also going to be doing how you can get to print your book for free using Amazon. Here in Nigeria, that's could be quite costly, in which not even Nigeria only, in which you invest your own money to get lots of books. And usually you can't really print like 50. Most likely you will need to print maybe like 1,000 or 500 or something like that, and that's a whole lot of money you have to invest in just to have a printed copy of your book. But there is a way by which you can have printed copy of your book sold to people without you investing that kind of money. Okay, so I would be doing a workshop on that later on. So with the testimonials you get, you can put them within your book, the print version, or because I told you, you can always upload your manuscript again on Amazon. If you feel like putting it in your Kindle copy, you can. Or even if not there, you can put it in the description of your book on Amazon, or you can put it in emails that you send to people trying to encourage them to buy your book on Amazon. Otherwise, you can also, another way by which you could use those testimonials is by putting it on your website. Okay, or remember I did tell you about the fact that sometimes you land on a website, it's not like you have even known the person before, but you're reading so many testimonials and reviews, you might not even know that it's fake or it's real. I'm not encouraging us to use fake testimonials. That's one of the reasons why I'm teaching this, so you know how to get testimonials from people that have gotten value from you. But you're able to read those testimonials and you'll be like, oh, I would love my own story to be like that. Oh, I would love to get that same result. But for all you know, you don't even know whether it's real or not, but most likely you believe it's real. So you can see the power of testimonials. Okay, so I would encourage us to use today. Remember, this is a 30-day challenge, and the challenge means I'm challenging you to take action. So I want you to go get testimonials from people that have gotten value, maybe from your book. If nobody has gotten value from your book, that's part of what you could do. You could give out your book for free, an early copy. But even if you cannot give out an early copy, what you can do is your launch team, like I was on the launch team of a particular guy, someone that I like, that is like a role model, in which part of what he chose to do was, during the free time, he says, okay, those of you on my launch team, you can get to download a copy and afterwards now post your review. Okay, so what does that mean? That means even though you have not given out an advanced copy of your book, if you're doing a free promotion, maybe for like 3 days, you tell them that it's going to be free for so day. And what he tried to encourage is that even if you want to share my book, try to share it after the time it's free, so that people can buy it. This free promotion, as much as possible, is for those that I want to be able to download the book and read, so that they can leave a review. So sometimes you give out your book for free, not necessarily because you're dumb or you don't need the money for your book, but because of a greater vision. You want people to be able to leave reviews. There are some people that anyway would probably never have even bought your book if it was not free. So that means you have the opportunity to let more people know about you, about the work you do, the quality of your writing, and so many things if it's free. And opportunity for more people to be able to review your book. Okay, so let's try our best to utilize testimonials. If you want to give out a sample chapter of your book, great. You want to give out the whole book, great. Remember, many more books can be sold when you have testimonials, when you have reviews. So that's that for today. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate you guys. You guys are fantastic. You're wonderful. And please do not forget to leave a testimonial. I'll really appreciate that. If you've gotten any value so far within this 30-day challenge that we've been having, I would love it if you could just go to your wall timeline, just state whatever value you have gotten and why you would recommend that other people join this group. And you could also state that I'm the one giving you the training or the teaching. Okay, I'll really appreciate that. You could tag me, you could mention me, so that I get to see your post. And yeah, let me just give you a quick tip, because it's been happening to me, or which is not really the best, but that's why I'm sharing it with you. Sometimes, people just send you, maybe you add value, you give them information, and I'm like, oh, thank you so much. They send it to you via WhatsApp or maybe on Facebook and all, and you just say thank you and you smile. It's usually good to make the most of it. Share it. If possible, scream it on the rooftop. There are some people that utilize that, and I admire them. Someone like Emeka Mobiles does that. Someone like Tammy, Millionaire Housewife, they do that, and it makes more people get interested. They'll just put, and Bashira Ajao too, she does that, in which they share other people's testimonials. So even though one person has given the review, they share it with more people. They scream it out on the rooftop. Hey, okay, this is one satisfied customer, this one person that is happy or excited. I really think if you would love to get this kind of result, then I think it's wise for you to get in touch with me. Now, what am I saying this? That information, of course, when you're asking people, you ask them, it's wise to ask for permission. Don't just use information that I've shared with you privately or secretly. I personally don't really like that. Don't use information that I've shared with you privately or secretly and just post it without permission. Sometimes, that's what I feel. I think that's what's appropriate. So if you're telling them in advance, okay, please give a testimonial or whatever, they get to see it. Or you could ask them if they post it elsewhere, oh, okay, please, can I use it? And they'll be like, oh, that's fine, and you get to use it. Now, take screenshots. That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes someone just posts it up like, oh, then I just smile sheepishly. Okay, not really smile sheepishly, but basically you do nothing about it. And when you need those kind of testimonials, you don't really have access to it again because it's long gone. So if you can take screenshots and keep them safe, maybe in a particular folder, so that you can refer to it later on, or you can use those pictures in your publicity, I think it will be great. So that's me teaching you something that I've learned from experience that I felt I could have done better with. So as you ask people for testimonials, try to maybe take screenshots and keep it. Sometimes you might just take screenshot and you just use it, post it on your wall, and that's it. When you need it again, you don't even know where it is, or you don't even take any screenshot. It's a WhatsApp message, and when you need that information later on, you don't even have access to it because the WhatsApp is long gone, or your memory card got faulty, or one thing or the other. But if you can take screenshots and keep it, perhaps you keep it in a place like Dropbox, have a folder for it, or Google Drive. See it as part of your tools for growing your book business. Then you'll be able to have access to it again and again, whether you want to use it during your webinars, or you want to use it on your website, or you want to use it within your book, or any of those resources. Okay, so thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for joining in, and have a beautiful day. Okay, cheers. Bye.